Now we're at part 2. In part 2, I'm going to show you how to actually use some of these panels that we have in Adobe Premiere Pro CS4, and as well how to import clips and cut on the action, which is what you are going to be doing for your first video project for your ePortfolio. So let's start by examining some of the clips that we might want. And I've already gone down here in my media browser, which allows me to see anything that's on my computer. I'm going to click on ePortfolio Editing Project, open this up a little bit more, and I think I'm going to select Easy as This. All I have to do is double click it and it goes right into the source monitor. There I can tell if I can scrub through it like that. Take a look, see if that's really the clip I want. I think that is, so I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to bring it right over here to the project window. I could also have dragged it down here, but there's another way that you can also bring in or import files that you have on your computer. You can go to the File menu, go down to Import, select whatever you want for shots there. You can even use the Command key on the Mac, and you can select multiple ones at the same time. I don't really want to do this. I'll just show you how to bring in one shot by clicking on Angle B Varied Shots, and I'll import it. And it goes right into this bin right here. As you can see, there is a preview window up here. So this one is Angle B Varied Shots, which I have highlighted, and I can look at it there. But it's very, very tiny. So if I want, I will simply double click on Angle B and it will show up in my source monitor. As you can see, that's the larger version. And then I can decide what I want to do with it there. A great thing about the source monitor is that I can use the source monitor window to trim my clips if I want. So I have this particular clip here where I'm looking down at the script and I don't really want that as a part of the action. So I can go down here, move the clip to where I start to open my mouth. There it is. So I'm just going to wait till I close my lips a little. I'm going to back up ever so gently, frame by frame. There we go. And I'm going to go down here and set an in point. Now, that's where I want to come in on this action. Now I'm going to go down through the clip, which is pretty long, as you can see, and I'm just going to find the point in the clip where I actually look away. Right there. That's going to be my out point. So I set out point right here in the source monitor. What I can do now is just grab this and put it on my video track 1. As you see, we do have video track 2 and 3, but we don't need to worry about that just yet. Right now, it goes on video track 1, and the audio that goes along with it goes on audio track 1. So now I have a very smooth transition. When I run it on the timeline, what I see is the playback in the program window. But I don't really want this clip, so I just wanted to show you how to do that. I'm going to delete it. The next thing I really want to do is practice cutting on the action. So in the previous tutorial, I showed you the Tools panel down here. And now we're going to play with a couple of tools as I show you how to cut on the action. The two tools that you're going to use the most will be this tool here, which is called the Razor tool. It lets you cut a clip anywhere within the clip. Cuts it into 2 pieces. The other tool, of course, is this one. It's called the Selection tool. These are the only 2 tools we're going to worry about. Since I'm not planning to use the clip in the source monitor, I'm just going to close that out, and I'm going to close the other one that was in there too. And I'm going back to my project window, and I'm looking at this bin within the project window that has my various shots. I'm going to use Angle 1, and I'm going to bring it right down here onto the video timeline. Just for the sake of demonstrating cutting on the action, I'm moving down my timeline to find the end of this shot. So that sound you hear is called scrubbing so you can listen to the audio. That's about right. But you know, I don't want to have my mouth wide open in the middle of the shots or my eyes closed like that. So I think I'll just wait till my eyes are about like this. Let's see if I can use my razor tool here to cut right about there. So I'm going to click on my razor tool. I'm going to cut right here. Let's see if that worked. But I can't stay with my razor tool. I have to go back to my selection tool so that then I can move this clip aside. I'm going to see just exactly if I got the right point on the clip.
So, cutting on the action is as easy as...
I'm highlighting the video and audio track that I don't want anymore. All I do is I go and press delete on my keyboard. And I'll just drag this clip to the beginning of the timeline, which is right there.
Cutting on the action is as easy as...
There's my cutting point. So let's just say I'm going to trim my shot back. All you have to do with your selection tool is go to the end of the shot. And do you see how a little end bracket allows you to just trim in the shot like that? I'm now going to pull in the second shot that I want to match with the first shot, that is, match the action with. So I'm just going to leave you a little space there so you can see the difference between where one shot ends and the next one begins. I think I need to back the shot up to get a little bit more motion. So let's just put a few more frames on the front end of that shot, the head of the shot. Now you get a little motion. You see how I'm moving? And I'm still moving in this. Now later on I'm going to color correct this shot using my effects panel. But for now, let's not worry that the color isn't really matching this one. Alright, before we play this back, let me just show you the current time indicator. It's this blue top with a red line. You can see where you are time-wise right in here, and over here right under the words timeline sequence 1 you see that we're 0 hours 0 minutes 1 second and 2 frames into the shot. It corresponds exactly with what is up in the program monitor. So as you scrub through the video here, you will see the time in the program monitor as well as right down here on the timeline. Now let's go back and see the whole thing.
So, cutting on the action is as easy as this.
So there you have it, cutting on the action.